The little boy's house was tilted, because they had no money to fix it. His father propped up a pillar beside it. Every time they ate, if the mother used a bit too much force, the whole family immediately went on alert. To make sure everyone stayed safe, the father checked the pillar with the boy every day. One day, a red ant appeared near the pillar. This made the father instantly anxious. He quickly looked up information about ants. Then he hired a professional to deal with them. He even spent a lot of money to buy the ant's natural enemy. Just as the father felt relieved about it, he stayed by the pillar all night. The next day, the father got a hunting license. By noon, he had already shot down the eagle. Because the mother was not good at cooking, they ate meatballs for every meal. The family lived a simple life, working at sunrise and resting at sunset. One day, the boy found a guitar in a pile of trash. He believed it was the most important thing in his life, because his grandmother once told him that important things are often found by accident. The boy had a good friend named Pity who loved playing soccer, but he could never join the school team, because he was born unable to blink. The father drove the boy to and from school every day, but the boy did not understand why the car had no back door. At school, there was a rather restless teacher. He often brought unusual animals to class, to teach the children about survival of the fittest. But each time things ended in chaos because of the animals. At school, everything seemed repetitive. Pity still watched others play soccer every day, but the boy thought he should join them on the field. On the way home, the father told the boy that his grandmother was sick. They needed to visit her in the city. When the family arrived at the hospital, the grandmother had been lying alone in bed for a long time. The father politely greeted her, but she did not respond. When she finally spoke, she would not stop talking. The father then realized she was repeating lines from the TV. Only after he turned off the television did her attention return to them. She did not seem to care about his greeting. She stubbornly said her illness was not serious. She believed doctors always exaggerate, so they can afford big houses and new wives. The doctor did not say when she could leave, but she was not worried, because she still had the TV to watch. The father asked if there was anything he could do for her. She still refused to answer. Just as they were about to leave, she suddenly clenched her hand. She called her grandson over and asked him to write a song for her with his little guitar. The boy knew that once something happens, other things will follow. Before leaving, the father turned the TV back on. The boy did not understand music, but he knew Pity did not understand soccer at first either. Pity had a wish to be able to blink. That way he could join the soccer team. But the boy thought being able to keep his eyes open was actually an advantage. Pity said a doctor could cure him, but it would cost a lot of money, and he knew his parents could not afford it. Pity often played soccer near the boy's house. This became the thing the father feared most. He was afraid the ball would hit the pillar and cause the house to collapse. One day, Pity was still practicing soccer. The boy was nearby practicing his guitar. The grandmother once told him that sometimes it is important to see the world through others' eyes. The boy knew that one day he might need Pity's eyes, because he did not notice a pretty girl nearby. The girl was quietly approaching him and his guitar. Only when she sat beside him did he notice her. Just as the boy was about to grab something to eat, he did not notice another hungry boy approaching him. The boy not only ate his food, but also broke the guitar strings. When the father found out, he was furious. He immediately drove his son to the other boy's house. The boy remembered a time when a mailman came by. At that moment, his mother was carrying a plate of meatballs. The mailman told her to stop making meatballs, because she looked like one. When the father heard that, his face changed instantly. From that day on, the mother stayed inside and stopped going out. Later, the mailman was replaced by someone else. The new one always smiled and never spoke. Now the father's expression looked just like it did back then.